Soundstripe. Soundstripe. Soundstripe.
Good evening and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. We're going to do something a little different tonight. We're going to open up in prayer. So, do something kind of realistic that you see at your home tracks you go to every night. So, you're watching at home like that. Bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight ahead of the sim race to pray for the drivers, the family, the fans, and cheer them on. Father, we ask you to remind these drivers that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risk. Nothing. Remind the drivers not to be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big. Dream big. But help us to remember, dreams without goals are just dreams. We all go through setbacks, pain, disappointment. Pain is part of life. Sometimes we just look at the pieces in our lives that don't make sense. The key is what we do in our time of pain. Father, we ask you, please guide each and every one of us through our work week, our fun on the sim game, and here at the Bluegrass iRacing series. In Jesus' name pray, amen.
So proud of me we had, and it twilight last spring was blood sparks and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the
Good evening and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, the Bluegrass XFINITY series here at North Wilkesboro. For 175 laps. James Silvers comes tonight as your points leader with Jim Alton second, Radburn Shutters, Adam Lancaster, and Kyle Mays, your top five in the points. Also in tonight, going in, as you look at North Wilkesboro, the stage break will be on lap number 70 for these fine drivers. As we get to the drivers in qualifying right now, I can get the screen to change. It's been kind of a while since I done this. There it goes. It's slowly going. Hopefully, it took some time off with me. How about that?
And while Steve continues getting everything sorted out, I'm going to give you a quick little tidbit of information about this track while we look at. Well, three's not Radburn Shutters, is it? Yeah, three. The three of Radburn Shutters out on track right now. The track is just over half mile, 0.63 miles long. And slightly different track, a little bit different banking from turns 3 to turn number 4, from turns 3 and 4 to turns number 1 and 2, as well as a difference in elevation. Going down the front straightaway, you're going downhill, quite literally downhill, and going down the back straightaway, you're going uphill. So the track changing in elevation a lot, much like a road course. Very slight difference. The speed's different on the front straightaway versus the back straightaway, even though they are virtually identical in length. Top 5 right now is going to be Radburn Shutters, Matt Grenier, Sean Kostritza, Justin Winters, and Bryce Hunter. Taking a look at Tony Iverson out of Fernley, Nevada, in the 72 on the track right now. He's going to go 12th quick on his first lap. Looked like he might have tapped the wall right there a little bit. That's going to discount his second lap, so he'll keep his first lap time out there.
And next on track from Jacksonville, Illinois, this is Brad Gibbhart. Brad Gibbhart in the 44 J&J Gaming Machine. His first lap is 4th quick. As Radburn Shutters has a quick time right now with Matt Grenier, Sean Kostritza, Brad Gibbhart, Justin Winters, your top 5 here at North Wilkesboro. A little loose there, a little bit looked like for that 44 machine. Coming out turn number 4 there. See if he improves. He will stay 4th quick. Next on the track, in car number 5 from Portland, Oregon, it's Dylan Merriam. Dylan Merriam in the number 5 machine. Also making his way onto the racing surface at car number 69, it's Keith Hackney. Keith Hackney from Calhoun, Georgia.
And while these guys are getting their lap times down, Dylan Merriam's going to go 10th quick on his first lap. Keith Hackney 5th quick on his first lap. But sitting here looking at the time so far, only one driver has broke that 18-second marker. That's going to be Radburn Shutters, our current quick time, with an 18.97. Everybody else is 19 seconds or more. We'll see if Keith Hackney, Dylan Merriam can best those. Keith Hackney will not. He will stay 5th quick. Looks like Dylan Merriam will not either. He will stay 9th quick.
Making his way onto the racing surface at car number 18 from Riverside, California, it's Michael Robinson. Michael Robinson in the 18 Mobile 1 machine. As it comes out turn number 4, the green flag is waving. Time will start at the flag stand for Michael Robinson. Enters turn number 1 pretty high there. He will exit turn number 2 towards the bottom. So he'll float up towards the outside wall, then goes to the bottom in turn number 3. He will exit turn number 3. His first lap for Michael Robinson. His second quick. He might have found something, BJ. And he's going to call it done.
He definitely might have found something. I can't blame him for calling it done after the first lap. He's only the second driver to break that 18-second mark. He's going to have an 18.99, just 2 100ths off of Radburn Shutters. Not even 2 100ths. It's 0.119. Very, very close lap times. Tyler Evans out of Waynesville, North Carolina, out on track right now and at number 77. Tyler the Weapon Evans. We'll see what kind of a lap time he can put down here for his first lap. This comes out of turn number 4. Lap number 1 is going to be good enough for 11th position.
Thought he almost shot himself in the foot. He was flirting with that outside wall there. I mean, it looked really close. You just look at him in turn number 3. He's right there on the bottom as he exits turn number 4. Let's see if he improves on his second time lap. Tyler Evans, he's going to stay 11th quick into number 77. 17 drivers have timed in with Radburn Shutters quick time. In number 3 machine with Michael Robinson, Matt Grenier, Sean Kostritza, and Brad Gibbhart, your top 5 in qualifying.
Only 27 cars signed up for tonight. It's actually the smallest field that we've seen all season out here, Steve, for the XFINITY series. These guys, smaller track, more technical track, tougher track. Not surprised to see a smaller field of drivers out here, but here on Ultimate Dirt TV, we still love the short tracks, whether it be asphalt or dirt. We love our short tracks. We love the tight racing. We love watching the door beating and banging down into the corners, fighting for every position you can get. And that is definitely what we saw here last night in the truck series. Look forward to seeing it again in the Bluegrass series. Can't wait to see the show that these guys put on, Steve.
Definitely is going to be a barn burner. You don't want to miss it here live on Ultimate Dirt TV. You're watching the Bluegrass XFINITY series live on YouTube and Facebook. Simulcast live on the YouTube side of Bluegrass and on their Facebook side and on dirtfan.com. Make sure to go visit them out and support your local dirt tracks. You can go to dirtfan.com, see all the latest schedules and all kinds of neat little stuff going on in the dirt track world. Remember, a lot of your asphalt drivers, NASCAR drivers, a lot of them actually have came from the dirt side at some point in time in their careers.
It is for certain.
With just a little over a minute left of qualifying here, 17 drivers at timed in. Everybody else has not. But, little clouds in the air we see there, BJ, on the screen. So I guess it's partly cloudy to sunny here at North Wilkesboro. Take a look at the weather for the track. The track temp is 95 degrees. It's partly cloudy, 50% humidity. And the air temp is 77 degrees. Wind blowing at 6 miles an hour. So, a little bit of wind there.
Yeah, there definitely is, and that 95 degrees on the surface, that is a blistering hot track. It means tires are going to wear quicker. They're going to be a little bit more icy underneath of the tires. Best way I can think to describe it, because it is going to feel like they're driving on ice. But Steve, you mentioned dirt, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mention it quickly here. If you're watching the broadcast at home, you're an iRacer, and whether you run dirt or not, if you own a dirt, the dirt late models on iRacing, you own Charlotte, be sure to check out World of Thunder Esports League on Facebook. It's also been posted here on UDTV on Facebook. The McMillian Memorial Race in memory of Steve's dad, Kenneth McMillian. Come support Steve. Come help him and his family. Show your support for everything that Steve has done for the community. We got to think about it among the rest of the admins at World of Thunder, and tens of thousands of dollars that Steve has paid out to help the drivers. So come and help Steve out. But Steve's got starting grid up on screen now. Let him take away.
All right, starting tonight's pole position in car number 3, it's Cornerstone Motorsports driver Radbird shutters to his outside. Empire Motorsports car number 18, Michael Robinson.
Run to the inside, Y&H Motorsports number 15, Matt Grenier, to his outside. He had a good run last night in the trucks, coming back for more. It's the World of Thunder Esports driver, the number 46 of Sean Kostritza.
In row number 3 to the inside, in car number 44, it's Brad Giphart to his outside. Cornerstone Motorsports car number 69, Keith Hackney.
Run number 4 to the inside, Elite Motorsports number 7, Justin Winters, to his outside. Fast Motorsports number 9, Bryce Hunter.
And row number 5 be James Silverson at Cornerstone Motorsports car number 33, and Dylan Merriam with the Weaponized Motorsports car number 5.
Run number 6 going to be made up of Cornerstone Motorsports number 77, Tyler Evans, to his outside. Air Kinetics number 92, Jordan Slater.
And row number 7 to be Kyle Mays and the Mays Racing car number 55, and to his outside the G3 Motorsports car number 1, Jim Ott with 1 win on the season.
Run number 8 to the inside, it's the Syndicate number 13, Brian Terry, and to his outside from Mays Mafia, it's the 42 of Todd Mays.
In row number 9 to the inside, to be the Highside Hustler Motorsports car number 72, Tony Iverson, to his outside, Team Birdie Racing car number 25, Greg Carr.
Row number 10 to the inside, Weaponized Motorsports number 31, Blake Hensley. And to his outside, Elite Motorsports number 17, Adam Lancaster.
In row number 11 to the inside, into Weaponized Motorsports car number 38, Justin Ray. To his outside, the CFM Esports car number 01, Scott Fritz.
Row number 12 to the inside, Highside Hustlers number 34, Jason Bridges. Line to his outside, Team Birdie Racing 28, Alex Carr.
Rolling off 25th tonight would be Bobby Mays in the 2 from the Mid-South, and Jason Harrison, 1 win on the season in JB Motorsports car number 74, and rounding out your field in car number 30, it's Alex Pien. That is your starting lineup for the stars and cars of the Bluegrass XFINITY Series here at North Wilkesboro for 70 laps for the first stage, 175 laps total.
So 27 drivers take the starting grid, and I'm not 100% sure. I need to look at this, but Scott Fritz is showing on my end in last place. Let me see. Scott Fritz was in fact given an EOL penalty. I need to actually turn my sound on so I can hear the conversations with the drivers and race control. See if I can get an explanation on what the cause for that EOL was. Pace car looking to make that left-hand turn down pit road. Radburn Shutters going to lead us to that Geico restart zone. There he is. There's the green flag. Green flag is out. And an excellent start for Radburn Shutters. He heads down to turn number 1 side by side for that second spot. And here comes Michael Robinson at middle lane. We saw it working good in the trucks. Now it's going to work good for him right here. He's going to have the lead down into turn number 3. A little bit of connection problem from Radburn Shutters, but he's going to fight back on the inside underneath Michael Robinson. Take back over the race lead at the stripe.
Radburn Shutters, your race leader on the inside. Here comes the 18 of Michael Robinson, still battling on the outside. Had to get on the binders because it looked like the 3 almost shut the door on him. As they head into turn number 3, they're single filed out. Sean Kostritza in that 3rd spot, battling with Matt Grenier to 15. Kostritza will have it at the line. They head into turn number 1 there. There's Keith Hackney now looking to the outside of Matt Grenier in the number 15 machine. Matt Grenier currently running in that 4th position, now 5th, as Keith Hackney battles to the outside. Grenier trying to get the bottom to work, so the bottom's not the place to be here right now in this time and place.
Yeah, Hackney told us a couple weeks back when he got a race win that he was back for a vengeance. He was going to start racing more. He's going to start practicing more. He's going to come after this one here. He wants to go for the championship. He's got a real shot at doing it. An extremely talented driver. Won the Truck Series championship last season, and he said he's planning on doing it again here in the Xfinity Series and hopefully in the Cup Series. Looking back up front, though, Michael Robinson starting to take a look to the outside of Radburn Shutters. Now he wants that race lead. Shutters is locking down the inside, though. The inside line has not been showing a whole lot of speed, but through 3 and 4 right there, he had the inside. 1 and 2 moves up just a little bit. Keith Hackney has made his way into that 4th spot right behind Sean Kostritza. Now wants to take some more spots to find his way into a podium position.
As we're on lap number 6, coming to complete lap number 6. On lap number 7, Radburn Shutters, Michael Robinson, Sean Kostritza, Hackney, and Grenier, your top 5. Thank you, Alex and Charlene. Lap number 7. As you look right there, Shutters goes a little wide. Robinson thought about going to the bottom, could not make the pass. Looking a little further back, there's Justin Winters in the number 7 machine, currently running in the 8th position with Dylan Merriam right behind him in his hip pocket. Then you got James Silvers in the 33 and Tyler Evans in that 11th spot. 8 laps are in the books here. Green flag. You know, this is not something I'm used to seeing on short tracks, BJ.
No, it's definitely not, and it's nice to see. And they had quite a few cautions last night in the trucks. They were getting very loose, especially off of turn number 4, and it was causing quite a few problems. And as we say that, Steve, I think you might have jinxed us. Tyler Evans. See right there in number 77 coming out of turn number 2. Right there it is. Just broke the rear tires loose and around he went. Nobody else involved. Slides it, takes it right down to the grass on the infield. He's going to get it sorted back out and resume in at the tail end of the field.
Well, 10 laps are in the books, coming to complete lap number 10 here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. You're watching live the Bluegrass XFINITY Series, live on Ultimate Dirt TV. But yes, thank you, Charlene and Alex. I'm glad to be back. I was keeping my mind off things. So.
Yeah, we've definitely you've definitely been missed in the booth. Shoot, I didn't really even call last night's race. Mikey Neal Jr. and Alex Robinson had it under control while I was producing. I'm not used to doing them both anymore, and never really was good at doing them both. So I was like, yeah, I'll be the third, and I'll chime in from time to time. And they just carried it, and I just sat back and listened and clicked buttons. It was quite a nice broadcast.
That's good. And I thank Alex Robinson for filling in, and Mikey showing up last night. Sure do appreciate it. BJ, and you're here every week, but even Brett Wheeler coming in and producing some last week. So thank you all for doing that. Still a little sad, still a little, it comes and goes with waves, but I'm gonna make it through it. But anyway, thank you all for your thoughts and prayers and reaching out to me throughout the week. I appreciate that. All right, lights are out. We're fixing to go back green as I gather my thoughts and my feelings as they come out of turn number 2. The drivers are racked and stacked.
Ready to rock and roll.
Yes, sir. One caution so far has plagued the race as we go back to green flag racing on lap number 14. Pace car is in. Here we go. Green flag is back out. Good start there for the number 3 and the 69 of Keith Hackney. As they head into turn number 1, Hackney has the second spot as Michael Robinson falls back to third. Sean Kostritza now having a battle with Bryce Hunter. Hunter on the outside. He's going to make a move on 18, but we got caution again plaguing the race.
As I say, cautions breed cautions, and we're seeing it here already just on lap number 15, our second caution in the race. Good run to start. Now on our second caution, we'll take a look at our NLRA instant replay. Looks like Tyler Evans involved again. Looks like 28 might have got a little loose there and come down into his right rear. By the looks of it, just got the 77 shook up and sent around. Let's see what race control decides to call on that one. Both drivers back to back. I suspect race control to let them be and bring us back to the green quickly.
Well, that's going to help Bryce Hunter. He's in that 4th spot for this restart, so he's going to start outside. And that's going to help him. It's really going to hurt probably Keith Hackney a little bit, depending on how Radburn restarts, if he chooses the inside or the out. Michael Robinson will be on the inside of road number 2 with Bryce Hunter to his outside. Then you got Sean Kostritza and Justin Winters now to the 6th spot. Matt Grenier currently running at 7th. James Silvers, Brad Gibbhart, Dylan Merriam round out your top 10. Jim Ball picked up the first win of the season in that number 1 machine, currently running at 12th. Adam Lancaster with 2 wins on the season at number 17 machine, currently running at 12th. And then you have Jordan Slater, Tony Iverson, and Justin Ray rounding out your top 15.
As lights are out, Radburn Shutters chooses the outside once again as expected. Keith Hackney the inside, Bryce Hunter lined up right where he wants to be, right behind. Well, lights I thought were out.
They fooled you.
That they most definitely did. Now lights are out on the pace car. Bryce Hunter going to be restarting, as you mentioned, right behind Radburn Shutters. This is the ideal position to be in right now to get back or to get into that second position for Bryce Hunter. Michael Robinson's fallen back into that 3rd position and lined up behind Keith Hackney. Hackney very, very good on restarts, though. We'll have to see just what he can pull off here against his teammate of Radburn Shutters on his outside. Pace car's in. Green flag is out. Nearly identical starts, but Keith Hackney's going to spin his tires a little bit right there. He's going to lose him a little bit of ground now. He's going to tuck in behind Radburn Shutters right on the back bumper. Bryce Hunter now takes a look to the outside. Was not able to get it going there out of turn number 2. Top 5 now single filing out. Here comes Justin Winters trying to take a peek to the outside of Kostritza.
As they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1, back Grenier to 15, trying to get that 44 or that 15 to work on the inside. So is the 44 of Brad Gibbhart. Gibbhart now, he's going to push his way to the outside line, and you have the 5 That's Dylan Merriam right there as they come out turn number 4 down the front straightaway. 20 laps are in the books here at North Wilkesboro with 50 laps to go until the stage break. But right now, that number 3 machine, he's looking dominant here at North Wilkesboro Speedway as they come out turn number 4. Keith Hackney all over the back end of that machine as the top 2 are starting to pull away from Bryce Hunter. Hunter getting a little company there from the 18 of Michael Robinson. Robinson wants to be back in the top 3, and there's Sean Kostritza in the top 5. But right now, outside the top 5 in the 6th spot is James Silvers. He's been battling with Justin Winters as they come out turn number 4. 22 laps in the books here.
Yeah, one driver really keep an eye on week after week. Right now, he's doing what we've seen him do a lot in the 17 in 10th position, up 10 positions. Adam Lancaster, see him on screen right there. He's been working his way forward at a very steady, very quick pace, especially compared to the rest of the field. The next driver to make the most moves is up 7 spots in 20th. That's Alex Penn. You see the difference between these two drivers, both trying to work their way through the field. But the veteran of Adam Lancaster just showing how it's done, working his way through, riding comfortably right now in that 10th spot, lurking behind Brad Gebhardt. As we look a little further back, you see the 38th. That's Justin Ray. Everybody getting a little spread out. Ooh, look like a little contact to the wall for the 72 of Tony Iverson. It's going to open the door for Jordan Slater to his inside.
Good racing mid-pack. Look a little further back. Scott Fritz has made his way up to that 17th spot. Now looking to the outside of the 42 of Todd Mays. As he comes out turn number 2, he does complete the pass for 16th. Jason Bridges currently running at 18th. There's Alex Penn in 19th. Blake Kinsley in that 31 machine battling with Bobby Mays. And there is Jason Arison there in the 74. He has 1 win on the season to his credit. Alex Carr in the 28 machine, and the 77 Tyler Evans. Evans at 24th. There's Brian Terry in the 13, currently running 25th. Greg Carr to 25 is currently running 26th. And Jim Alt, something must have happened to him because now he's fallen all the way back to 27th spot.
And Jim Ott just going to take a quick look. He did not go down pit road, but he is scored in dead last. A little surprised to see him back there. I'm not sure if something happened. He maybe took an EOL during that caution. He's just riding back there, but he is considerably back there. We're going to ride on board now with Keith Hackney, the driver out of Calhoun, Georgia, as he tracks down his teammate, tries to stick with Radburn Shutters. But we've seen time and time again just how good Radburn Shutters is on these long runs and how important clean air is to have on the front of your car to get those long runs. Right now, Radburn Shutters doing exactly what he needs to do to hold Keith Hackney, his teammate, off behind him.
Well, you look right now, Sean Kostritza in that 5th spot. You got Justin Winters looking to his inside. Winters trying to get a top 5 here right early on. But Kostritza has the momentum on outside out turn number 2 as they head into turn number 3. Kostritza will run that bottom line with Winters right there in the hip pocket waiting for a mistake. It's a battle for 5th and 6th going on the track. A little further back, you still look at the 17 of Adam Lancaster up 10 spots, looking with a 44 Brad Gebhardt directly in front of him. And you notice that Lancaster Gebhardt running 2 different lines as Lancaster will close the gap down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Right there you see the drivers bunch up right ahead of them as looks like Justin Winters has just made the pass for a top 5 right now as he does clear the 46. Now the 33 of James Silvers looks to the inside of Sean Kostritza as they head into turn number 1. 33 laps are in the books.
33 laps down on lap number 34. About 36 laps to go when the drivers hit the stripe right here to the stage break. Things starting to calm down once again. Looking right now at James Silvers, up 2 spots since the start of the race, trying to hold off the 15 of Matt Grenier. Grenier having a good race so far here early on in this one here. He's up down actually 5 spots from the start of the race, but still holding strong up inside the top 10.
James Silvers now looks to the inside of the 46 of Kustritsa side by side down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, it looks like the 33 is down that car in on the bottom. He gets a good run off of turn number 4. He'll inch away from the 46. Give James Silvers that 6th position. Meanwhile, Radbird Shutters right there up front with Keith Hackney, and right there in front of him is the 0-watt of Jim Ott. Jim Ott in the 1 machine. He's venturing to come a lap down to early here at North Wilkesboro Speedway, as your race leader of Radbird Shutters is closing in on him in a hurry. Keith Hackney right there off of turn number 2. Ott going to pull to the inside, allow the lead pack to get around him. And how about Bryce Hunter right now? Currently running in 3rd and now starting to chase down Keith Hackney in at 69.
Yeah, he is showing quite a lot of speed here tonight. Now, we know he's had good runs in the Xfinity Series in the past, but tonight he is coming back. He's trying to prove that those good runs that he's had and good seasons that he's had were not a fluke tonight. Running fantastic. He's actually had a fairly decent season for himself, running up towards the front a lot throughout the season. The guy who is proving how it's done is still Radburn Shutters, led from start to finish so far in this race. The only one that's really contested him was Michael Robinson on the initial start, but it didn't take him long to fight back over. Robinson currently riding in that 4th position, and with that pace car, just looked over there from the timing of scoring at the wrong time, and I thought somebody was stopped on the track.
Look a little further back, there's Brad Gebhardt in that 44 machine, currently running at 10th. Right in front of him is Adam Lancaster, still. Lancaster now up 11 spots. Dylan Merriam, he's lost his spots at the start of the race, currently running at 11. Justin Ray up 9 spots in that 38 machine as he's under attack from Jordan Slater. Slater in that 92 as we got caution on the speedway.
And caution flag is waving. Looks like it's going to be the 55 of Kyle Mays. We'll take a look here. It looks like he got a little tap from behind from the 42. He recovered the car, but then around on the front straightaway, it looked like there was going to be a wreck behind him from the contact from the 42. Not sure if the two were connected or if it's just a little overdrive on the correction there. Ooh, actually there was no contact. He made that mistake entirely on his own by taking a second look at that there. A little out of character for Kyle Mays, very talented driver. You used to seeing him running up towards the front, and right there, just kind of, well, Wilkesboro claimed the victim, Steve.
Another one bites the dust.
Another one bites the dust. Oh, yeah.
As we're on caution on lap number 45, your top 5 is Radbird Shutters, Keith Hackney, Bryce Hunter, Michael Robinson, and Justin Winters. Right now, your top 5. Winters has really been strong this mid-season series we've been watching them. Cups and Xfinity. As the drivers look like, well, I thought they were going to double up. I don't see the lights on the pace car. Let's see. Oh, there they are. They're just not as bright as we're used to seeing, but that's all right.
Yeah, sun's out. We'll just call it glare.
There you go. There you go. Watch it on Facebook side of things. Make sure to hit that like button, follow button, share out the broadcast. We sure do appreciate you tuning in. And even on the Bluegrass YouTube side of things, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And give the thumbs up. Or a thumbs down. Jason don't care. Either way, it helps the algorithm out and gets the broadcast flowing through where other people can notice it. So, y'all let me know if BJ's let us down last week and didn't push it as well. Let me know and I get on to him.
Lights go out on a pace car. And Redburn Shutters uses the outside once again. And you don't y'all be telling on me, okay? But Radburn Shutters once again choosing the outside. Michael Robinson going to be lined up beside him. Bryce Hunter starting on the inside. Robinson looks like he is ready to go. Look at him raring down the back straightaway. Baines car makes the left-hand turn right there. He goes. Green flag is out. Good start for Radburn Shutters. He's going to bring Keith Hackney right along with him. These starts, I'm sure, being timed. Both these guys in each other's ears. Side by side for that fourth spot, though. Bryce Hunter's under pressure from James Silvers. Silvers almost getting contact from Bryce Hunter, and then he grazed the wall a little bit. There's a little bit of smoke flying off the bumper of that, or the quarter panel of that number 33 as he rubbed the wall down. Here comes the 7 of Justin Winters to the inside of Silvers. Now he's not going to be able to make a stick. He's going to end up sliding back up behind him with another car into the wall down the back straightaway. That's going to be the 38 of Justin Ray.
Justin Ray catching a little bit of the wall, throwing up some dust there, some sparks of flying here as we're on lap number 50 with 20 laps to go at the line for the stage break. Right now, your top 3 is Redburn Shutters, Keith Hackney, and Michael Robinson. Another caution will plague the racing surface. And it looks like, let's see here, maybe Todd Mays. Let's take a look.
That doesn't look like. Just lose it down the back straightaway. It's maybe it was turn 2, but I'm pretty sure it was mostly turn 4 last night. But turn 2 seems to be the one that's really plaguing the drivers in this one. As back-to-back cautions both times, a Maze involved on that one. Well, I guess we're gonna have to find our way around this maze and get some racing going, Steve.
Definitely. So since, BJ kind of slacked, we'll go ahead and show you and bring this over to the screen here. This thumbs up right here, the thumbs down, there's 20 of you watching. There should be 20 of those, either a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you're having problems with viewing and you want to watch it in 1080p, you can click on the settings buttons here, click on quality, and you can choose your setting. And 1080p is the best setting. So there is your tutorial on how to get it set up for you. So make sure you hit the thumbs up button as lights are still on the pace vehicle.
Well, shoot. Now we can start throwing how to in the description. Get more people in here, Steve. Hashtag tutorial down there as well. It draws people. You throw hashtag tutorial and you get a lot of people on tutorial. Anything that says tutorial.
Yeah. So your top 5 is Radburn Shutters, Keith Hackney, Michael Robinson, Bryce Hunter, James Silvers. Your top 5. Justin Winters in the 6th spot. Lamont Grenier in 7th. Brad Gebhardt in 8th. Sean Kostritza in 9th. 10th is Adam Lancaster. As the cars and the stars of the Bluegrass XFINITY series start to double up front, as Radburn Shutters will choose the outside, so I'm going to assume lights will go out at the flag stand. Barney should be showing them 1 to go signal this time. They go out indeed, so we're getting racked and stacked. The outside line looks good for restarts, but let's just see, because the first 2, they kind of time it just right on the past 2 restarts. If you're Bryce Hunter, you want to stay on the bumper of that number 3, that's going to shut the door for Keith Hackney to move up. I mean, that's the goal if you're Bryce Hunter.
If he can do that, lock him down, the green flag's gonna fly. If he can do that, lock Keith Hackney down, I could really advance the entire outside row, nearly contact between Shutters and Hackney. Hackney, virtually identical coming out of turn number 2, still side by side down into turn number 3 for the race lead. Hackney starting to show speed on that inside line. Bryce Hunter now starting to peek his nose to the outside of that number 69, trying to keep him locked down there. And look at the outside of the 9. Here comes the 18 of Michael Robinson, looking to stick his hat back in the mix.
Michael Robinson, 18, having a good run now to the outside. He's going to actually kind of slip there. Now he's still side by side with James Silvers out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Silvers to the inside of the 18. As 57 laps are in the books here as we come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Bradburn Shutters continues to lead with Keith Hackney in second. And then the battle goes on for that 4th and 5th spot side by side. And you know, if you're just in winners, you really don't want to see that because, I mean, winners don't really have no place to go with them balanced side by side. But it looks like Keith Hackney's not done. He wants to put some pressure on that 3 of Radbird Shutters.
Is his own teammate, but we've seen Keith Hackney race him hard for a race win. Matter of fact, it was just a couple of weeks ago that Hackney snuck by Radburn Shutters for those points and for the win. But you know, Radburn Shutters, he's wanting to find that win to lock himself in. He's been up there, he's led a lot of laps, but he's not brought home a win yet this season. I don't believe.
Not yet. That number 3 has not been victorious this season yet. As they come out of turn number 4, we complete lap number 62 out of 70, or lap number 61 out of 70. Keith Hackney now going to look to the inside, down the back straightaway. Can't make anything happen. He's going to fall back in line. He's going to enter turn number 3 on the hot side, kind of diamond out the corner. Now looks to the inside. Number 3 gets his nose to the inside. Drag race down the front straightaway. Hackney looks really loose there. Oh, Nelly, and he saves it. Bryce Hunter now looks to the inside as Bryce Hunter now takes over that second position. And Keith Hackney might not be over with yet, losing positions, because here comes James Silvers to the inside.
Yeah, when you get off kilter like that, you get out of rhythm. It's sometimes hard to get back into it. This is a very rhythm-based track. It's a track you really want to hang on to. You really want to keep your rhythm down and stay in a groove. You get knocked out of it like that, it's very difficult to get back in. It's a very, very technical track. Not a place you want to get into a point where you're struggling. You want to stay smooth. You want to stay comfortable. Sometimes being back towards the back is actually a better place to start for finding that rhythm right now. Keith Hackney sitting in that 3rd spot right now. Several fast drivers behind him. Several fast drivers wanting everything they can get out of it. Out of turn number 4, the 5 laps to go to the end of the stage for Radburn Shutters. Battle still going on throughout the field.
Right now, you look at 92, that's Jordan Slater looking to the inside of Brad Gebhardt. That's a battle for 10th and 11th on the track. Slater has it momentarily. He's got to get on the binders. Brad Gebhardt to back on the outside, reclaim that position. A little further back, you see the 42 of Todd Mays and Jason Bridges. That's the battle going on for 18th and 19th on the track as those two drivers keep on battling. Brian Terry currently sitting in 26. Jim Alt is out of the race. But meanwhile, really impressive is Bryce Hunter now closing up on the back bumper of that number 3 machine as they come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway as Shutters actually pulls away in the back straightaway.
Yeah, Hunter does like these technical tracks like North Wilkesboro. He does seem to excel at them right now. He's showing an immense amount of speed in that number 9 machine. The pit road has closed for the stage. Stage break is coming at the end of this next lap. Coming out of turn number 4, white flag is flying for Radburn Shutters. Single foul out all the way back through Matt Grenier. Battle going on still for that 8th position between Lancaster and Kostritza.
Down the back straightaway, they're still side by side going into turn number 3. But coming out turn number 4 to pick up the checker flag for the stage, it's going to be Radburn Shutters Bryce Hunter in second. Keith Hackney, James Silvers, Justin Winters. Your top five. You got Michael Robinson, Matt Grenier, Sean Kostritza, Adam Lancaster, and George Slater. Rounds out your top 10 with 4 cautions plaguing the first stage.
4 cautions down. I'm just quickly grabbing a picture for the race admins. They asked me if I'd grab one for them.
Did I do something?
Huh?
Oh, I was like, did I do something?
Yeah, I'm just aiding.
Well, shutters will bring the whole field down pit road.
It is.
Looks like every driver taking the opportunity to get some fresh Goodyears and Sunoco race fuel. Every driver down pit road. See the left-hand side tires going on that number 3 machine. It lets off. And it's going to be Radbird Shutters first off. Then you got Bryce Hunter, Keith Hackney, James Silvers, Justin Winters, Michael Robinson, Matt Grenier, Sean Kostritza, Adam Lancaster, Jordan Slater. So, BJ, they went in and came out exactly how they came in.
Yeah, not real surprised. That means nobody made any Hail Marys. Everybody's playing it safe. Everybody took their fuel, took all 4 tires, made the smart move, made the smart call, the easy call, and stuck right where they were. Matter of fact, the longest pit stop, second longest pit stop actually, was for your race leader of Radburn Shutters with over a half a second slower than second place of Bryce Hunter. But pit stall playing a big factor, still able to get out in front. But everybody, 4 tires, full fuel, everybody playing it safe, easy call. Bryce Hunter, if I'm remembering correctly, this will be the first time tonight he'll be restarting on the front row. Be interested to see how he plays this. Be interested to see how he does on this restart here. He's going to have most likely Radburn Shutters be choosing the outside, which will put Keith Hackney's Shutters teammate lined up behind him. Be interested to see if Keith Hackney be giving him a shove, saying, hey, let's go. I got to get back up with my teammate. Don't lollygag around. Don't let Silvers get by me. Even though Silvers is his teammate as well. But race control is going to wave off this green flag here.
As the drivers are racked and stacked, they're ready to pounce to conclude this race. BJ sounds like they're scrapping for something over there.
No, I'm fighting with a dog, trying to get her to stay off my lap.
All right, the lights go out. The stars and the cars in the Bluegrass XFINITY series are fixing to take off for stage number 2. Radbird Shutters chooses the outside. Bryce Hunter will restart on the inside. Hunter having a little bit of damage on that rear end bumper there. Keith Hackney in that 3rd spot with James Silvers to his outside. You got Justin Winters in row number 3 to the inside with 18 of Michael Robinson to his outside. They're 2 by 2. Get ready to pounce on the start for this second stage. Pace car is in. We're back to racing here at North Wilkesboro Speedway with the Bluegrass XFINITY series. A good start for Radbird Shutters. His teammate James Silvers right there on the outside of the number 9 of Bryce Hunters. They come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Oh, they made contact and around with the 9 machine. We were, Hunter went from 0 to hero. And I'm going to tell you, I want to say the number 9 shut the door on James Silvers.
It definitely looked, at our initial look right there from live pictures, yes, it does look as though he comes up on the 33 of James Silvers right there, and around he went. But Man, how about that late hit?
Yeah.
I mean, he was up there for quite a while, and the number 2 of Bobby Mays just come right in there and nose to nose with the 9.
Let's look at this slow motion.
Ooh.
Now that looks a little different. It looks like the 33 came down on the 9. I mean, so it depends on which angle you look at. You look at the one angle from the front view, it looks like the 9 comes up. You look from this view, you can see the 33 coming down onto the 9 machine. We'll rewatch this again as they're side by side in turn number 2 here. Hunter right there on the bottom. He's going to drift up. That's the line. You see Silvers is right there against that wall.
And keep a close look at the dotted line to the inside of the 9. It does not look as though he's coming up anymore from this view right here. And race control is going to rule this a racing incident. And it's not a call I would have wanted to be a part of as a race control, but they did rule this one a racing incident.
And I agree with that. I mean, you look at this tight quarters. Like if you look on this angle, you saw the 9 come up just a tad bit, but not very much. And then the heavy hit from that 2 machine.
Yeah, definitely a good call by race control, and still not one I would have wanted to be a part of.
Justin Winters made his way up to that 4th spot there. Sean Kostritza's made his way up to 5th, BJ. So he's battled back. And there's Matt Grenier currently running at 6th. Adam Lancaster in 7th there. You gotta wonder, on the nose of the 33, a little bit of damage. Is that going to hurt him here? We go back to green flag racing.
It is definitely an excellent question. But this track here, not exactly an aerodynamic dependent track, not a draft dependent track. It's all about driver on this one here, staying smooth, keeping your throttle rhythm, keeping in a rhythm in general, and saving. You've got to save your tires to stay fast here. Green flag is going to be out. Another good start for Radburn Shutters and Keith Hackney side by side. Silver's Winters dead even at the line. Ooh, looked like Silvers might have got the back of Keith Hackney a little bit there. Had to check up. Here comes Winters back around the outside of Silvers again.
Side by side, these two drivers. That's a battle for 3rd and 4th on the track as the 33 James Silver's going to clear them down the front straightaways. They head into turn number 1. Winters going to look to the inside. Look a little further back. There's Sean Kostritza battling with the 15 of Matt Grenier. Matt Grenier cannot do anything with him, as now he's battling with Adam Lancaster. Grenier is. Justin Winters getting that bottom to roll in as now he takes over that 3rd spot as they head into turn number 1. So your top 3 Shutters, Hackney, and Winters. James Silvers now falls back to 4th. Now look at the 17. He's to the inside. That's Lancaster, 2 wins on the season. Looking to the inside of Sean Kostritza. Kostritza currently running into the top 5 as they come out turn number 4 down the front straightaway. And look at that 31 of Blake Hensley, up 12 spots. Lancaster's up 15 spots. Lancaster does clear the 46 momentarily. Now battles back on the outside Kostritza. Good job of racing going on between Kostritza and Lancaster as they come out of turn number 4. 87 laps in the books here.
Yeah, laps winding down very quickly. Let's see. 85 would be half of 170. So, yeah, we're pretty much at the halfway point right now. 88 in the books. Now on lap number 89. Hackney is still all over the back bumper of Shutters. I think Hackney's ready to go for the race lead. Down into turn number 3, Hackney with a wider entry. Gonna see him dive. He is gonna go after. He has to back off. Shutter's gonna close the door, not move up. That last time by Keith Hackney ran his fastest lap of the race, but still off pace from Justin Winters and Radburn Shutters, who are tied for the fastest lap of the race overall. with a 19.14.
We look at different entries Hackney and Shutters have going into the turns there. As you see him heading into turn number 1, Hackney going to enter a little bit lower than Shutters. He'll drift up, close in on the bumper of Shutters down the back straightaway. Let's see if Hackney goes high again. He does enter turn number 3 high. And this is where he's going to kind of dime it off here. Right on the back bumpers that come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Justin Winters right there between Shutters and Hackney battling. That allows Winters to be right there in striking distance as we're on lap number 91, or 91 completed on lap number 92 as they come out turn number 4. Caution on the speedway.
And this will be, I believe, our second caution of stage number 2. Kyle May's going to be involved once again. Second time we've seen that 55 around. Looks like it's going to start with, I believe that's his brother, Todd Mays, in front of him. Just gets loose off of turn number 2, comes down across the nose, and holy cow. I hope he's wearing a Hans device.
Ooh.
Man, I've been pretty mad at my brother, but I don't think I've ever hit my brother that hard.
Alrighty. Shutters, Hackney, Winters, Lancaster, Silvers, your top 5. You're North Wilkesboro. You're watching the Bluegrass XFINITY series live on Ultimate Dirt TV on Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget to go to the Bluegrass Facebook page. Hit the like, hit the follow button, share out the broadcast, and then also their YouTube channel. Make sure to hit subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing. And the thumbs up or thumbs down. They're looking for a reaction there on the YouTube side of things, on the Bluegrass. It helps the algorithm go out and gets the broadcast in, throughout, spreads it out through the community a little easier the more we communicate through here. As Sarah's saying, Justin's looking good. His race is, and his car definitely in that number 7 machine, currently running in that 3rd spot.
I say Justin does almost always have one of the best looking cars out there, in my personal opinion. I like the way he paints them with them real bright colors like that. But once again, Radburn Shutters calls the outside light to sell on the pace car. Assume they're going off this time if he's calling out his lane choice.
Someone Fast Action says, rest in peace, man. Are you talking about me resting in peace, or are you talking about the car? I'm just curious. If there's video going on, I need to know.
I believe he's talking about the car. We'll say, I hope they're talking about the car.
Hopefully he's not talking about me.
Sure. I was about to say, surely that pertains to Todd Mays' car being sent flying off of Kyle Mays' car. But doubled up pace car, making that left-hand turn. Green flag is back out. Another even start between these two drivers. Radburn Shutters going to take over the race. Lead safe and sound over Keith Hackney down into turn number 1. Hackney almost looks like he's been playing nice, Steve. I thought Hackney was really going to go after it there the way he was diving off of turn number 4, but it really looks like he's laying back at the moment, and Hackney had to have put a lot of pressure on that right front tire, diving it down in. Right now, Adam Lancaster wants to make a move for that 2nd spot, and look who's quietly made his way up there with him, Blake Hensley. Not going to take a look at the outside, but he's not going to be able to do it side by side. He remains with Justin Winters.
Ooh, that's some close racing quarters there between the 7 and the 31. As they come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway, the 31 does make contact with the outside wall. The 33 and James Silvers had to cut down to the inside as now Hensley will fall back, and he's up and gets that wall there, BJ. So, I mean, he's battling back on the outside with James Silvers, but I don't know. Maybe the outside's not the place you want to be. I mean, it's tight racing quarters right there. There is the 15 of Matt Grenier in that 7th spot now. Looks to the inside of the 31. Oh, contact, and route goes Blake Hensley. And the 15.
Grenier and Hensley both around. Hensley does not sound very happy about that situation. I can understand why. Take a look at it right here. It looks as though Matt Grenier just gets a good run off the corner, and I think he just kind of gained on him a little bit quicker than he had planned on. And look at the pileup on back. Take a look and see what happened here with these guys. Like 44 just lost it in the checkup possibly. Ooh, hard hit to him for Scott Fritz right there. I don't know, Steve. I think the body panels of these cars might be a little bit rubber the way they're just launching off the nose of each other.
Use part sale after this race. You know, Alex Robinson always wanted to be an iRacer. Now, if he was down there at pit road, I mean, he could collect some parts tonight and maybe start building him an iRacing XFINITY series car with all these parts that have fallen off with these hits.
Oh, rumor has it the only thing left that he needs is a steering wheel, so he's already part of the way there. I mean, he got a lot of parts over last week.
Definitely he is. But yes, I mean, that would just tickle him fancy if he could race.
And you know, that's one of the things about it. Alex, he's one of the announcers here at UDTV. You, me, we're both announcers here at UDTV. But we love what we do here. We love doing this. I don't know about you, Steve, but on the track is where my heart lies.
Definitely, definitely. Lights
But
should be going
nonetheless,
out
still
this
honored.
time.
Maybe? No.
No?
Oh, they'll be going out this time because Radburn Shutters just called out his lane. He wants the high side once again. But, yep, I lost my train of thought. Never mind. Maybe not. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Time will tell. And they do go out. Lights on the pace car. Radburn Shutters. Keith Hackney, row 1. Adam Lancaster. Justin Winters, row 2. Jordan Slater. Sean Kostritza, row 3. Jordan Slater, another driver's been having a pretty good night and a pretty good late season. Been seeing him up towards the front quite a bit lately as we're under 70 laps to go, waiting for the pace car to make that left-hand turn. Still anyone's race, but Radburn Shutters does not want anybody to think that.
Back he fires off. He's on the loud pedal. We're back to racing here at North Wilkesboro Speedway as they head into turn number 1. Hackney following in line. Justin Winters on the outside, but look at 17. Adam Lancaster with the run. Side by side for those two drivers. They battle for that 3rd spot. Jordan Slater up 7 spots there now. Looking in that 5th spot. Looks to the inside 33 of James Silvers. Silvers has it at the line. Jordan Slater, he's going to fall back out turn number 2. James Silvers right there in that 5th position. Meanwhile, Shutters continues to lead here at North Wilkesboro with the Bluegrass XFINITY Series. The top 2 all night long. Just one time Keith Hackney fell out of the top 2 when he made a mistake. Oh, Adam Lancaster got a little loose there on the exit turn number 2. He's going to lose some ground. There is James Silvers. Silvers has to get on the binder. So does the 7. Silvers gets loose down the front straightaway. That's going to allow Justin Witters with a good run. He closes back up on Silvers as they come out turn number 2 here. Caution back on the speedway.
Breed cautions continues to reign true. We'll take a look at the 13 of Brian Terry. Just not sure if he broke loose or if there was a little bit of contact. It looked like there was contact, a little jerk out of that 13 car between him and Alex Carr. We'll take another look at it from another view here. Looks like he started to get loose, went up, tapped the 28 of Alex Carr, and around he went down to the inside. So, Brian Taylor bringing out the caution. He'll be restarting at the tail end of the field. Meanwhile, leaders coming down pit road, Steve. Strategy calls already coming here.
Definitely. James Silver stays out. So are Jordan Slater, Alex Penn, Scott Fritz, Tony Iverson, and Alex Carr, Tyler Evans, Michael Robinson, Dylan Merriam, and Greg Carr. They all stay out on the racing surface. Radbird Shutters getting 4 fresh tires here.
I gotta say, I agree with the call. These guys can, make it 70 plus laps on fuel, especially with cautions. And right now they're under 70 laps to go, right about 62 laps to go as it stands right now. So these guys making a smart call, making the move to come down pit road now. Be able to run it to the end of the race, knowing that these guys that stayed out are going to have to come down pit road again. They're going to get their fresh tires, their fuel. The question is, when they finally come down for their final pit stop, will the other guys that just pitted on this one be able to hold up on older tires?
And only time to tell on that.
This is true.
You know, I mean, really, if you're Radburn Shutters, Keith Hackney, you want to try to make it through the field as quick as possible. You know, I mean, they're restarting back in 10th or 11th and 12th. Like staying on the pace vehicle as they come in turn number 1. So Silver, Slater, Penn, Fritz, and Iverson, your top 5. Because this is the thing, you know, if you allow James Silvers to get way out in front, just saying, in this green flag pit stop. Just saying. I
don't know. It's a short track. It doesn't take very long to get around. I don't know, man. This is a tight decision here, but I think Radburn Shutters would actually be safer if it stayed green than what it would if it was another caution that would allow these guys up in front to be closer to them more than likely on fresher tires. I don't know, man. This is a toss-up on this on a track this size.
Who's to say, you know, maybe you just do a splash and go in 2 tires, you know, James Silvers. I mean,
this is true. I still think Radburn Shutters and Keith Hack will be able to make it around past him while he's down pit road, though, under green flag pit stops. I still think he would. It's tight. It's very tight.
Base car is in. We're back to racing. Green flag is out. James Silvers leads the way. Scott Fritz. Then Jordan Slater. Slater to the inside. Turn number 1. Fritz going to battle on outside. Side by side. Out turn number 2. Give it to Scott Fritz for that second spot. Slater falls back to 3rd. Alex Penn in that 4th position. Now you see Slater looking back to the inside of 0-1 as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Let's look at this. There's Keith Hackney right there, currently running in 9th. Radburn Shutters has fallen back to 11th spot in that number 3 machine. I mean, he has a hornet's nest back here, so I don't know if you want to go for it now, clear yourself from these people, or, like you said, just kind of ride with it until the front pack makes their pit stops.
A little loose for Radburn Shutters out of turn number 4 right there, but he's going to hang on to it and keep running. Scott Fritz just set the fastest lap of the race with a 19.08, and caution flag's going to wave. We've got a huge pileup going to turn 3. Keith Hackney, Radburn Shutters, the 2 that have been up front the entire race, going to be involved. Adam Lancaster's up there with him. He's involved in this one. Several fast guys involved in this, and look at the damage on the 46 of Sean Kastritza. Holy cow, Steve. What a bill that one's going to be sent out.
This happened, even further. So let's see. That's 92.
Looks like it starts with the car that was in third. And it does, in fact, start with the 92. Sounds like the 92 gets loose out of turn number 2. And the 30 of Alex Penn just had nowhere to go.
So he tags him, and here's the whole field staring right down at him. That 28 gets in the back of the 30 of Penn. Then back into the door of the 92, which comes down. Then Hackney collects them. Silvers into Penn. And there's Shutters. Stritza there, the 25.
Keep your eye on this 5 car. Heard some calls to take a look. Like he's just gonna. Dylan Merriam just shoves his way on through there and keeps on trucking. I heard some calls for a second look to be taken here. Yeah, he gets that hit there, and instead of stopping, just continue to push on forward. So I'm gonna be interested to see if race control makes any calls on that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest, it almost looks like his throttle stuck.
Well, Alex could probably have a full car right now.
Yeah. But drivers that have taken it down pit road from this caution. Dylan Merriam down pit road, Jason Anderson, Kyle Mays, Keith Hackney, Brian Terry. A lot of our fast drivers went down pit road. Where did Radburn Shutters end up? He actually managed to make his way back into the top 8 for this restart. He's missing the whole front clip and hood off that car. He's not going to have speed. He's looking for it, but green flag is back out. James Silvers brings us back to green. Look at the start that he gets. Scott Fritz in that second spot. Nope, he's going to lose it to Michael Robinson, who's been very, very strong on the outside. Clipping the grass a little bit for Scott Fritz, but he's going to hang on to it. The top 5 now single file out. Here comes the 77 of Tyler Evans, the inside of Adam Lancaster. Lancaster looks like he managed to get out of that caution with very minimal damage and still carrying a lot of speed. He's going to make his way back inside the top 5.
Look at Justin Winters there in that 7 machine up to 8th now. Right behind him is Tyler Evans. And look at Radburn Shutters, Sean Kostritza missing the front clip on those cars as they come out turn number 4. They're signed at the line. That's a battle for 10th and 11th on the track. Heavy damage on both those cars, but managed to keep good speed as they come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Kostritza has them momentarily. As now he's looking at Tyler Evans, looking to the outside of Penn as they come out turn number 4. But Penn with a run. Now Kostritza is going to think about looking to the inside as they head into turn number 1. James Silvers continues to lead. Michael Robinson, he started second, currently running in second, with Scott Fritz up 19 spots in that third place. And then you have the 28 of Alex Carr, currently with the top 4. And there's Adam Lancaster, rounds out your top 5 here at North Wilkesboro. We're on lap number 129, 128 laps in the books for these drivers. James Silvers looked like he started to pull away, but here comes the 18, starting to reel him back in slowly. He's missing the rear, the rear panels off of that car.
He's missing the rear end. He's got a little damage on the right side of it, but not very much, and showing the way right now that it is not an aerodynamic track, as he is running just a little bit faster than James Silvers. We'll see if he maintains that pace at the stripe, and he does. Continues to run just about a half tenth little less than faster than Silver's, but that's about all it takes. He's got plenty of time to do it. Look at the lower entry for that 18. That whole car looks shorter than the rest of them. I almost feel like I'm watching a street stock race at my local track, seeing different shapes and sizes to these cars now.
Definitely, as right now Keith Hackney is out of the race. So he's out of the race. Radbird Shutter's still in it, but with heavy damage, currently running in 11th. Alex Penn, he's in 12th. There's Greg Harn at the 25, currently running 13th. Justin Ray in 14th. Jason Bridges in 15th. Tony Iverson in 16th. There's Jason Harrison in 17th. And Dylan Merriam in the 5 machine in that 18th position. Meanwhile, you got, look like Robinson got flirted close to that wall. What allows the 01 to Scott Fritz to close up. Now the top 3 are in striking distance between one another.
Everybody sucked up momentarily right there. Only about a car length separating each. 01's a little loose off the corner for Robinson. He's opening the door for Scott Fritz. Fritz not able to capitalize now. Side-by-side contact between the 17 and 31. Around goes the 31. He's going to drift it all the way down to the inside to give everybody as much room as possible. 17 of Adam Lancaster going to hang on and keep driving here. We'll take a look at the replay. Looks like he's just sliding up the track. See down into the turn here just what happens as we look off the out of Justin Winter's car right here. Looks like the 31 might have come down on that 17 and hooked himself on the nose. Ooh, Winter squeezed up the wall. Look at that move, just barely squeezing through there.
Good save for him, as now James Silvers does take the car down pit road for pit stops.
Yeah, Silvers. Yes. Silvers, Winters, Robinson, Carr, Race, Fritz, and Carr all down pit road. Both cars come down pit road. That sends the lead over to Adam Lancaster. Top 5 now looks like this. Lancaster, Grenier, Evans, Shutters, and Iverson. Sean Kostritza back within striking distance of the top 5. These guys coming down pit road are all going to have fresh tires.
Definitely. When you look at Radbird Shutters in that 4th spot, heavy damage on that vehicle, but hasn't slowed it down very much. And then you got the 72 of Tony Iverson currently rounding out your top 5. James Silver's made his way back on the track. Now Sean Kostritza is going to come down pit road to get a little bit of work done on that machine.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely going to be a good call for a lot of these guys. Go ahead and take a little bit of time, bring it down pit road, get a few seconds of work done. Make sure you keep an eye on that relative. Got a spotter in your ear. Have him watch the other drivers on track. Make sure you're in the safe zone. Right now, everybody should be pulling out, and yes, they are. Everybody's on their way back out of pits, except for Alex Penn, who's already 4 laps down, been down pit road for 2 minutes now. But everybody's going to make it back out. They're heading back towards the back of the field. Still, with the way that this race has been playing out, it is still anyone's game. I'd say from, let's see, I'd say from 17th on up, Dylan Merriam in 17th spot. He is 1 lap down, but it only takes 1 caution to get that lap back.
Definitely. Lights to go out. The stars of the Cars Xfinity Series will double it back up, get racked and stacked as we go back to green on lap number 41, or 141. Definitely an interesting turn of events here. You know, you had Radburn Shutters and Keith Hackney running up front all race long to that previous caution, but Shutters has made a rebound to that 4th spot, missing the we call it, you know, nose piece, a hood. It's okay. It just helps the flow of the air go a little bit better.
Yeah, it keeps the motor cooler.
There you go. Back to Green Flag Racing. Adam Lancaster looking for his 3rd win on the season. Matt Grenier in that second spot. James Silvers looks to the inside of his teammate Radburn. Shutters for third. Silvers will take it. Shutters falls back to fourth spot. Then you have Tyler Evans and Scott Fritz battling. That's for fifth and sixth on the board. They go into turn number one. Evans on the inside. Oh, James Silvers. Oh, gets loose. He collects his teammate. And we stay green.
Not entirely sure how we stayed green on that one. Radburn Shutters battle continues, but Silvers is going to lose a lot of ground there. He falls back into that fifth spot. Grenier, Lancaster all by themselves in first and second, but Michael Robinson looking to put pressure on Scott Fritz and take back over that third spot.
As they come out of turn number four, down the front straightaway, 143 laps in the books. Scott Fritz trying to pull away from Michael Robinson. He does out turn number two, down the back straightaway. There's James Silvers. He's trying to rebound back. There is the 7 of Justin Winters, currently running in that 6th position. Right behind him is the 72 of Tony Iverson. All the 28 of Alex Carr got a little loose on the exit turn number 4 there. There's Tyler Evans in the 77 battling with the 38 of Justin Ray. Ray in that 38 machine looks to the inside as they head into turn number 3. They're side by side momentarily. Ray trying to keep it down there as they exit turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Ray trying to make that bottom work for him.
And he's doing a very good job of it as he continues to stay side by side with Tyler Evans. Here goes Sean Kostritza behind him. Contact. Kostritza jumps to the curb into the 25, and around goes the 25. I was just getting ready to mention just a couple laps ago, Winters and Fritz set the 2 fastest laps of the race. Kostritza up and over the curve, though, into the 25. Ooh.
That's all she wrote.
Greg Carr not happy about it. He'll be sitting in that 16th position of Lancaster. This is not what he wants to see. Scott Fritz on lap number 145 set the fastest lap of the race, I believe, for the second time with a 19.04, and sits in that third spot with fresher tires than Lancaster and Grenier. Now, Lancaster and Grenier, neither one of those guys have had a whole lot of green flag laps on those tires, not much more than what Scott Fritz has had on his. The playing field still pretty level for these guys, but Fritz he's ready to rock and roll. He is on a tear right now, and he is missing the front bumper and setting those lap times.
Yeah. This caution is still out with 26 laps to go. Here at North Wilkesboro Speedway, you're watching the Bluegrass XFINITY series, the stars and cars of the series. Adam Lancaster looking for his 3rd win on the season in that number 17 machine. Matt Grenier in the 15. He's looking for his 1st win of the season in the 15 machine, trying to pick it up here tonight, normally a regular with the Cup Series. And you have the 0-1 of Scott Fritz, trying to get some stuff done here tonight in that 0-1 machine. Hasn't had a good run like he did a season ago. He's had problems this season in that 0-1 machine. Michael Robinson in the 18. There is James Silvers. Justin Winters just sitting there in that 6th spot. Tony Iverson is 7th. Justin Ray in that 38 machine. And Blake Hensley's made his way back up to that 9th spot, as Jason Harrison with 1 win on the season to his credit, and at number 74 machine, currently rounding out your top 10. Sean Kostritza does pull the 46 down pit road, a heavily damaged number 46. Lights do down, go out on the pace vehicle. Lancaster will choose the outside. We'll go back to green flag racing with 23 laps to go. And the whole goal is to go green to checkered with no caution. That's what Lancaster wants to see. Matt Grenier, on the other hand, depends on what benefits him the most. Long green flag runs or short run stints. Just depends on that driver in the car there.
Right now, his focus is on this restart. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. Possibly a very questionable start on that one. I'll be interested to see if race control does anything for it. So far, we're going to remain green. Scott Fritz to the outside now. He's going to take over that second position, bringing James Silvers along with him. Silvers, one of the faster cars of the series. We typically see him running inside the top 5, running inside the top 3. Right now, he's making the move around Grenier for that third spot. A little bit of connection problem there, but no harm, no foul. Look who's lurking right behind him. He's been there. The guy seems to be there all season, just waiting for his opportunity to go after that race win. Justin Winters now follows these guys around Grenier.
Runs on the outside of them as they head into turn number 3. Matt Grenier on the bottom, just Winters on the outside. As your top 3 are single filed out. The 31 of Blake Hensley. He might be getting a little impatient here, seeing those two battle side by side in front of him. Caution back on the racing surface. It looks like it's for Jason Harrison, number 74 machine. Here's the instant replays. They come out turn number 4. Oh, Iverson gets loose. Gets into 25 and 77. Around goes Harrison and the 3.
Yeah, bad luck just continuing for Radburn Shutters. Man, isn't from the penthouse to the outhouse, as they say, and he's not quite been able to get back out of that outhouse, and damages on that car. I don't think it's going to happen here tonight.
Yep. Well, Matt Grenier definitely did not benefit from that last restart. He's going to come down pit road along with Justin Winters with 18 laps to go. So your top 5 looking like this: Adam Lancaster, Scott Fritz, James Silvers, Blake Hensley, and Justin Ray. Your top 5 here at North Wilkesboro, the Bluegrass XFINITY Series.
And as expected, they do make the call. It is on the 72 of Tony Iverson. He'll be making his way to the rear of the field for this restart. So with Lancaster, Fritz side by side up in the front. Fritz has been very fast, very strong here late in this race. I don't know, Steve. I'll look to see that number 01 come after a race win here.
Definitely. I mean, Scott Fritz is right there.
Whoop. So while the field still continues to space, allow these guys on pit road to take their time, get some repairs done, and make their way back to the back of the field. Tyler Evans on pit road. Alex Penn looks like he gonna call it
A night?
I'm looking at it. It looked like it stopped counting there for a little bit, but it looks like it is back to counting again. Nope, he has been down for 12 minutes. That is not 12 seconds. That is 12 minutes. So yeah, I'd say he's calling it a night.
As we're under our 12th caution of the night here with the Bluegrass XFINITY Series. Definitely has produced some good racing, side-by-side racing, some thrills and some spills, even some unexpected violence going on the racing surface.
They're trying to make sure their tires are warm as we get set to come back to the green. Just 14 laps once this green flag drops. Race car makes that hard left-hand turn. Green flag is out. Good start for Adam Lancaster. Scott Fritz is under pressure from Blake Kensley. Fritz going to close the door, but he's also got his got lurking 33 of I can talk, of James Silvers to his inside, but he's going to clear him. Now Hensley and Silvers battling for position. Little bomb a lot of Hensley there. No harm, no foul, but that does open the door for the 38 of Justin Ray to get his hat in the mix, as this is the top 5 now starting to separate just a little bit from the 25 of Greg Carr.
As they come out, turn number 4 down the front straightaway, coming to 12 laps to go. That number 17 of Adam Lancaster is your race leader. The 01 of Scott Fritz is second. The 33 and the 31 continue to battle side by side momentarily. Caution is on the racing surface for Jordan Slater. Jordan Slater in at 92 machine. Out turn number 4 there, gets loose, coming to the line, and around he went. Right at the flag stand.
Barney got a good view of that one there. Easy call to make by himself. Jordan Slater be heading to the rear of the field. And Lancaster, he's in a lot of trouble right now. Hensley and Silvers right behind him. Both very fast drivers, both carrying a whole lot of speed and a lot cleaner car than what Scott Fritz has. Fritz was putting down some really quick lap times, but I'm afraid he might have burned his tires up doing so, as it looked as though he really struggled to keep up with Adam Lancaster on that last restart.
Definitely. As with 9 laps to go here, you see the lights will go off this time at the flag stand. Lancaster will choose the outside for the restart. The lights do stay on the pace vehicle. Tony Iverson making his way back out to the race's surface after going down pit road. Our top 5 looking like this: Lancaster, Fritz, Silvers, Henley, and Ray.
Drivers talking amongst each other. One of them just called out, I'm not sure who it was, one of them just called out the Radburn, said if he can pull off a top 10 with that mangled car, he will be impressed. And some of the things I've seen Radburn shutters, you might want to say color me impressed at the end of this race, because I have a feeling that he's going to pull it off.
He is sitting in the 9th spot, Radburn Shutters is. That car is mangled. Alright, the drivers are racked and stacked. We're fixing to let them loose. They'll go back to green flag racing with 6 laps left. Lancaster, Fritz in front row. Hensley and Silvers row number 2. Carr and Ray in row number 3. Pace car looking to pull into the infield or into pit road. Here we are, back to the green flag. We're back to racing. Good start there for the 17 of Adam Lancaster and the 31 of Blake Hensley. Hensley to the outside is going to clear the 01 Scott Fritz. Here comes the 33 of Silvers, but look at Scott Fritz. He battles back on the inside, and for some reason, I don't think Blake Hensley is done, BJ, as now is closed up on that number 17 with 5 laps to go.
Hensley has 25 lap fresher tires, but caution flag's going to wave here anyways over the track once more. This is going to bring us to a green-white checker. We'll take a look at the 72 of Tony Iverson in that what used to be an Xfinity car now looks like a compact car. He's just going to lose out turn number 4.
So with this caution out, it's going to allow the 31 to restart on the outside. This could help Scott Fritz, or it could help, James Silvers, who will restart on the outside of row number 2 for this restart.
Yeah, it's definitely for certain. It all depends on where the leader of Adam Lancaster decides to go on this restart. Fritz, he wants those positions. He's got the worst looking car inside the top 5 right now, and he's still carrying a lot of speed. He really wants to go after it. He really wants to fight for it. I'm impressed at just how well he's running that car without a front end. But speaking of impressed at how they're running that car, you just showed it on screen there. Radburn Shutters in that 8th position. That is one mangled number 3 machine. And I'm not even sure if it was a Chevy or what it was anymore. That thing is destroyed. I believe it should be 2 laps. The green light should be going out the next time by, I do believe, for Adam Lancaster. Blake Hensley, 25 lap fresher tires than Adam Lancaster. Can he pull it off? Can he get around Adam Lancaster? Or will Lancaster pull off his 3rd win of the season? Only time will tell. Hensley needs this win to get himself locked into the playoffs. I don't believe he's in the playoffs, but a win will lock him in. Pull it up. Blake Hensley is 14th in points as it stands right now. He's not locked in, but he does stand to be in the playoffs by points. The lights are out on a pace car. Lancaster going to choose the outside. Hensley to the inside. This is going to help James Silvers lined up in that 4th spot.
Green, white, checkered. Here we go. Pace car looking in. Adam Lancaster, he fires. We're back to racing the 31. He spins his tires on a start that's going to allow the 33. James Silvers pulls to the outside but can't make the pass. The 31, he fires off turn number 2 on that bottom there now, closing back on the 17 of Lancaster. And they got to really watch it as they're coming to the white flag. One more lap to go for Adam Lancaster.
Blake Hensley really needs Lancaster to slide up the track to go after this race win. He's got the faster car at the moment with the fresher tires, but Lancaster not making any mistake. Alex Carr goes to the inside. Contact between the front 2. Both of them going around. Lancaster going to hang on to it. Hensley all the way down in the pit road. Your race winner is going to be James Silvers in the 33.
Radburn Shutters will come home second to that mangled car. And how about Scott Fritz with a top 3?
Not what I was expecting at all. Somebody mentioned earlier, I'd be impressed if you made a top 10 to Radburn Shutters, and he did much more than that. Come home with a 2nd place finish. Wow, what a finish. What a turn of events. A lap car. You see, right there, Adam Lancaster started to check up. Seeing that lap car down there, got him a bit off kilter. And Blake Hensley really didn't have anywhere to go. He was so close to the back bumper of Adam Lancaster when Lancaster checked up, seeing that lap car there, not knowing what he was going to do. And just into the back bumper, and I don't know. He wasn't on the racing surface. He got out of the way, but it's a dangerous place to be in, a dangerous move to try to make, especially on the last lap. I still got to say that I think it's a case of lap traffic changing the outcome of the race.
Either way, James Silvers does pick up the win. Here at North Wilkesboro, you're watching the Bluegrass XFINITY Series. As we take a look at your official race results. James Silvers picks up the win with Bradburn Shutters the second, Scott Fritz the third, Justin Ray in fourth, Jason Harrison with the top five. Then got Greg Carr in sixth, Adam Lancaster in seventh, Matt Grenier in eighth, ninth will be Tyler Evans. Jason Bridges rounds out your top 10. Michael Robinson will come home 11th with Dylan Merriam in 12th, Justin Winters in 13th, Kyle Mays in 14th, Blake Hensley in 15th, Alex Carr in 16th, 17th be Tony Iverson, and Brian Terry rounding out the top 18.
And it's going to be Jordan Slater in 19th, Sean Stritz running out your top 20, Bobby Mays, Alex Penn, Keith Hackney, Brad Gebhardt, Todd Mays 25th, Bryce Hunter, and Jim Ott will round out your 27 starters in this race.
We'll be back with, after this quick commercial, with post-race interviews. All right, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. We have James Silvers coming home with the dub here. Congratulations on that win, sir.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, man. We was just battling really good right there at the end, and I seen them get a little bit together there. I mean, I ended up seeing there was a lap car up in the way, but they got loose, and I just happened to get on the outside. I kind of got into Fritz. I'm sorry about getting into him right there. But other than that, though, I don't know how I got the win, man. I'm excited.
Well, a win is a win. Either way it comes, definitely well deserved. That's for sure. This race was caution plagued. So, I mean, half the cars had some kind of damage. Half of them were clean. So, I mean, just depends on where you're at. And, I mean, and look at your teammate, Radburn, led majority race, heavy damage in that car, coming home in second, too.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I'm glad for the team tonight. We did pretty good, but during the race, running the top was really the preferred line, and you could pass a little bit on the bottom. It just depends if you outsaved anybody in front of you or not, because trying to get under somebody and get off the corner is really, really hard because the momentum off the outside. But I figured if you could get it a little bit lower to wrap the bottom a little bit better, it stuck off the corner a little bit better. I got loose a few times tonight, more than once. I'd say about 5-6 times tonight.
Definitely.
But to bring it home, we've got it tonight. And I mean, I was already in the points lead, and I walked out with a win tonight. And hopefully we can do it again next week.
There you go. Go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
Yeah, I'd like to shout out y'all for putting on a hell of a broadcast every week, man. Y'all do an amazing job. I'd like to shout out my girlfriend Shelby. I love you. Happy Valentine's Day to all y'all out there as well. Shout out all the sponsors that help for Cornerstone and Weaponized Motorsports. W Energy, if you use the code Cornerstone at WGG, you get 10% off of your whole purchase. Function Junction Smoke Shop, especially Function Junction tonight, because I mean we brought the extra horsepower, and you could, we always say this paint scheme's got extra horsepower, but tonight it looked like it did. So, and also Mountain View Detailing, area professionals at WNC, Sorrells Marathon Garage, Team Goon Squad, Brent Keith at BK Paints, Rocky Boyd and Will Weber for making us some paints, and just everybody at Cornerstone and Weaponized, man. The whole list we got a lot of drivers on our team, and we've been putting together some really good races, and hopefully we can keep it up and close this season out the way we need to close it out, brother.
All right, this James Silvers picking up the win here tonight,
Yes,
in
sir.
North Wilkesboro. Congratulations.
Thank you, boys.
You're welcome. All right, BJ's caught up with second place finisher.
That's right, I've caught up with Radburn Shutters, and man, you've got to be excited about this one, especially after that car getting absolutely mangled, but disappointed all at the same time after leading so many laps of this race.
Yeah, we've seen every part of the track, and some of the ones you do want to see, and some of them that you don't. That first stage couldn't have went any better. I mean, holding off Keith. You know, we were just kind of doing our thing for a while, but we're still racing. And after I got tanked a few times after we pit, it's a good thing this track's so short. I was low on power, but it didn't really hurt me a whole lot having fresh tires for most of the race. Fresher than most, I'd say. And I tell you, that first wreck that we got into, there's a pretty big pile up on the backstretch. I was just tickled that I didn't have a meatball or something like that. I had 3 minutes or so of damage, never got fixed, maybe a half second worth of it. But then we got hung up in another wreck later on, and it was in 11th, 12th, something like that. Just driving a modified, no hood, nothing. And I kind of had a feeling there was going to be a wreck towards the end on that last lap, and just happened to be at the right place in the right time. I got lucky, had a restart on the top side, and it all just kind of worked out for me there those last couple laps.
I heard mention from another driver, and they're coming close to the end of the race, say that they would be impressed if you got a top 10 out of it. Was there any more conversation after pulling off any more conversation after pulling off the top 3?
No, not yet. I told him I was going to go out and win this thing. Heck, I don't need a hood. The car felt all right. It was steering all right. So I was on fresh tires. There's no reason I can't. Without the help of some guys wrecking there in the last corner, I wouldn't even had a chance at second, I don't think. But that just worked out, man. I don't think it must just be my lucky day today. What it is.
I
I'm
guess.
glad that James got to pull that one out. I watched the replay. I was really thinking I could hammer it down and get around everybody there in that last corner, but I watched the replay. That made me feel a little better about second place. There wasn't no way I was going to get up and around him for the win. So just glad we got that finish. That was an enduring race there.
That most definitely was. Well, go ahead and thank your sponsor. Shout-outs. Everybody help make it possible before you pull off that second place finish.
Yep. Gonna thank Function Junction, Aerial Pros of Western North Carolina, what's on the card tonight, Sorrells Marathon Garage, Mountain View Detailing, BK Paints, and W Energy, and everybody at Cornerstone putting in the work and having another good race. Thank everybody putting the broadcast on. You know, y'all do a great job every week, and I appreciate y'all. And we will try and talk to you again next week.
All right, thank you very much. That was Radburn Shutters coming home in second. Steve, I believe you caught up with third.
Well, Scott Fritz, congratulations on your third place finish. I mean, it was because of a wreck happening in front of you, but that allowed you with a podium finish tonight. I mean, you had some damage on that car. How did that kind of work out for you?
Yeah, wish we could have been sitting up there finishing second to Adam, because Adam should have won that race. But yeah, had to do a drive-through for some stuff, but started at the tail and fortunately got lucky staying lead lap and were able to come through the field. And I thought we had a car that could have won the race. We were really fast, especially in the long run, but too many cautions there at the end. Have to start in the inside lane, lose spots and stuff like that. And, then avoiding Adam getting drove through there in the last corner ended up kind of cost me 2 spots, but ended up still finishing third. So I guess I'll take it. It's been a rough season in Xfinity and Cup. It seemed every week it's something else happening that not really my own fault. So
Well, I mean, hey, maybe this will turn your luck around with this top 3 finish tonight.
yeah, I hope so. Guess we'll see what we can do tomorrow.
Well, go ahead. Thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
Oh yeah, obviously Team CFM Esports, Midway Speed Shop, Sweet Victory Apparel, Busy Corner Buggies, KTM Cinematography, 6-1 Media, and then obviously Adam and Justin and Matt for hanging out. We're working together tonight, and as always, Steve, you and Will in the booth, and Steve, we're thinking about you. So
Thank you. All right, the Scott Fritz coming home in third tonight in a 0-1 machine. Well, that's going to conclude our broadcast here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night for the Cup Series here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Until then, I'm Steve McMillan along with BJ Duvall. We're going to say good night and God bless.